Hello guys and gals, me Mudahar, and welcome to TROLLPASTAS. We haven't done one of these videos in a long time, but it is one of the more requested videos that unfortunately me and my friends did not get to in the past. You know, basically we basically left this series running for almost, I think, a year now. But today we return with the TROLLPASTAs, a series where we sit down, relax, and kind of read through one of these amazingly written stories. We carved ourselves a little niche here, and you know what? We're going to keep it rolling, and today I've got a lovely story going by the name of WarioWare, Not So Smooth Moves. So here are my buddies Imaru, Ace, Kyle, and Connor, and we sit down, relax, and get right into this troll pasta. So, with that being said, sit back, enjoy it. We are going to go right into the story now. Alright, let's do it. Alright, so the story starts off with a disclaimer,
spooky.
And I'm gonna read it. Hello, I am the... Yeah, I know. Hello, I'm the original author of the tragedy.
Well, at least they're self-aware.
They know. You know, that's the whole theme of tonight's recording session, honesty. Tragedy you are about to witness. Before you begin, however, I wish to make something clear. Yes, I earnestly and honestly thought at the time that the story was scary and uploaded it to the Creepypasta Wiki. I don't know what I was drinking at the time, but I surely hope I will never drink it again. I felt the need to put the disclaimer here because I wouldn't believe me either. At the time, the only stories I read were stuff like Sonic.exe, I Hate You, and Squidward Suicide. With that out of the way, sit back and prepare to cringe at what I thought was so
behind this story right here.
Alright, so the story is like this. I love the WarioWare series. I always have. And my favorite game is easily WarioWare Smooth Moves. It was one of the best Wii games to use the Wii Remote, using it to its full potential. Unfortunately, the copy of the game was destroyed by my annoying young cousin John Joe. So I have decided... What?
What?
Sorry,
okay,
Sounds like Pokemon Town.
What culture names their children John Joe?
Yeah.
You freaking gun like yourself.
Fucking. You know what? Don't say that, because there's gonna be one dude in the
I
comments
really
like, my
hope,
cousin's
I
named Jan,
sincerely
you
hope
insensitive
that
fucks.
on this video, I go in the comments and there's someone that has an account named John Joe and he says, my name is John Joe. I will reply to you if I find you.
Yeah, you know what? I'll totally reply to that.
John Joe Jones. Dude, I'll suck your dick. So I have decided to go out and find another copy of the game I love so much. I have 12 GameStops on my block.
Why?
Okay.
You can get ripped off on
Damn,
every square
son.
of your city.
And
Yes.
and none of them even had a single copy of WarioWare Smooth Moves. I was about to cut my losses and go home when I was stopped by an old man. He had a worn-out jacket and a large head. He had a big pink nose with a long zigzag mustache. I swear the fucking screenshot they're using too. Oh my god. In fact, his head looked exactly like Wario. I asked if I could get a photo and he said, yeah, so here you go. He overheard me asking for a copy of WarioWare Smooth Moves.
This guy loves to say the title. It's
It's
like, dude, I want to play WarioWare Smooth Moves. You have a copy of WarioWare Smooth Moves? Man, sure want to play that.
They didn't have a copy of WarioWare Smooth Moves. But
Oh,
this
man,
dude from
yeah, I
WarioWare Smooth Moves has a copy of WarioWare
I
Smooth
have.
Moves.
Can't wait to play Batman Arkham City Game of the Year Edition. Let's go play Batman Arkham City Game of the Year Edition.
Yeah, well... What game of the year edition?
Why not?
He even offered it to me for free. Normally, I don't trust old men behind stores, but I felt like I could trust him. It's not like I was buying crack or anything.
Too real all of a sudden.
It was just a simple video game, so I said yes. I thanked the old man and walked off happily. To my surprise, someone had used a permanent marker to change the disc's names to WarioWare. Okay, alright, don't laugh. You thought it was scary, okay? WarioWare, Not So Smooth Moves. I paid...
It's a game where
no mind to it.
It's a game where Wario can't get his day for the life of him.
Do you think... Do you think at the end of that game,
No.
Wario's gonna get his groove
Yeah,
back?
it's gonna get his mojo. Like
Oh, Wario got his. Yeah, how Wario got his mojo back.
Austin Powers.
We're gonna watch his
Fat
mojo
bastard.
get up. Maybe the old man just sucked at the game, and that's why he handed it to me for free. When I got home, I plugged in my Wii and put the game in. The first weird thing I saw was at the title screen, Wario had black eyes with little white specks for pupils, and there was blood dripping out of them. Also, Wii remote of the game title wasn't there. Oh yeah, it's just crudely edited out. I see it.
No.
But fucking, all there was 3
No.
bold black letters.
Oh, dude.
777 MS painted
Thank you.
onto the fucking screen. Also, the music was replaced with what sounded like an ominous triangle along with the moan of what
That is
sounded
like
like
the
a
first time I've
triangle.
ever heard of an
Triangle.
ominous triangle.
I have not seen. I'm not seeing a
Maybe he
legit
has,
fucking
like-
title screen since the Street Fighter
What?
5 one.
Dude, it's
Man.
so nostalgic, man. I was confused
shit.
and even a little spooked, but I simply passed it off as a glitch
Man, I love
and
those
pressed
glitches.
the start button. Even stranger was, yeah, I know, right? Even stranger was the next part. In the original game, there was a wood sign that let you choose between single and multiplayer. The multiplayer part in the beginning was blocked by a newspaper until you completed campaign mode.
I wasn't
Wait,
aware that the
that's-
game that had literally nothing but shitty
Campaign
mini games
mode.
like grab the boobies was the thing that had a campaign mode.
Oh,
You know, you learn something new every day. However, here there was only the option for single player. The wooden sign looked like it was cut in half. Even weirder,
Oh, it's back.
hyper-realistic blood. We literally talked about how we didn't see it before, and here it is. Without any other options, I chose single player and created a profile, and I chose the name Joseph, which was my name, by the
that's my
way.
name.
There was
He's now
Which
Wario.
was my
He now has
name.
the head like Wario Man did too.
Who wants to
can't-
tap in and read
yeah,
this,
you
please? It's hurting
There
my
was no
brain.
music in the
All right, go
overworld
in.
screen. All there was were what sounded like birds chirping, the ocean splashing. It sounded like someone had just recorded the sounds out in the great outdoors. I would know because I play video games all day, and I have Game Stops all around my city. I selected the Wario, the only
Okay.
one there. However, he looked a little worried. The flavor text below him had read something different. Please don't do this to me.
Please don't do
What?
it. Don't do it to me. However, it's like that one. Remember the meme of that one dude? It's like, please don't do that. It's literally what I wrote. Fucking,
However, I wanted to play the game anyway, so I
don't
clicked
do
play.
it.
The opening cutscene played like normal, and I got straight into the game with Wario entering a temple, finding a Wii remote before being chased by a boulder. All the games played fine, except for one thing. The boss minigame was supposed to come after 10 minigames, but it wouldn't come at all. I just kept going on and on as the minigames progressively got faster. Eventually, I finally lost and was expecting the normal game over where Wario got run over by the boulder. However, I got something different. As Wario got ran over, hyper-realistic blood. Man, I love that
Oh
word.
my god.
It's back
Yes.
everywhere.
Back.
Mind you, this was thought that it was good.
Flew everywhere on the
Okay.
camera. Blood was fly. Wait, not hyper-realistic blood this time? Oh,
Nope.
blood.
Just normal.
No,
Super
it
realistic
lost
realism.
its
Blood was
resolution.
flying absolutely
We're back to
everywhere
720p
as
blood,
Wario
boys.
let it appear saying, "Wah!" before he died. What's the next?
Really feeling it.
God.
Who wants to go next?
And then all of a sudden, it took me to another mini
Dude, this
game.
truly is a nightmare.
This
It's
time,
Mario World
it
with
was the
nothing
bow
important. It's
mini
just the
game.
mini games.
Yeah.
Wait,
I
we're
know,
talking
right?
about a fake Wario?
It was
I thought
the bow
what's
mini game.
I thought that was what WarioWare was.
Forget I don't know anything about WarioWare.
Apparently, it had a riveting
Man,
story.
branching
Is what
story
we've been
with
reading here.
endings. Yep.
It was the bow mini game. Yeah, dude. Truly
Oh,
the
yeah.
heavy rain on the Nintendo platform. It was the bow
It's like
mini
the Shadow
game
of the
from
Hedgehog
later in
of
the
the
game.
series.
Shake the
We had
Wiimote to
multiple
fight off the murderer.
However, in the background, there was a coffin in the background with Wario's bloodied hand sticking out of it. And all the players were other major WarioWare characters. That's when it dawned on me. This was a funeral. No fucking shit, it was a funeral. Good for you. After I finished the minigame, it took me back to the overworld. This time, it was total silence and the background changed to night. When suddenly, another icon came up. This time, it was a tombstone. When I selected it, the name was just ...
Actually, what happened
Oh, for fuck's sake.
is that they
And
just
the flavor text.
beat it 3 times with a chisel and forgot to fill in the words.
Like, oh shit. He didn't say his name enough
they were
times,
like,
so we
"Fuck
forgot
this."
it.
Yeah. No, the name was WarioWare from WarioWare Smooth Moves. And the flavor text in the bottom says, "You did this to me. Now you must pay." I decided, just out of morbid curiosity, to click play. And this caused a different cutscene. It showed a larger graveyard before it zoomed on a tombstone labeled "Here Lies Wario." When suddenly a
Hammy
large green
hand.
hammy hand reached out of
Yeah.
the ground
All right.
before he
Had to be it.
reached out of the ground before he began to climb up. Wario now had a much different appearance. I love when you guys sigh when I read one of these because it's like I know your expectations are already so low, and it found a way to
Yeah.
lower them even further.
You're not even
Like it's
wrong.
like the best thing. One of his goggles was cracked. He had blood splotches around his hat. His jacket was now a dark brown and his gloves an off orange. His shirt also had 777 crudely drawn on it. Crudely
Yeah.
is the accurate word, yes. His nose,
Yeah.
what? Why the fuck does it look like Shrek? Jesus. His nose was now a dark.
I mean,
His
that's
nose
what
was
it's. That's kind of what it's describing. However, I
nose
don't know.
was-
That jacket looks pretty red to me. It's like a burgundy.
His nose was now a dark red. His eyes were pitch black with white specks for eyes. Has anybody caught on that where the specks
Yeah.
are? It's
Well,
literally
I see them
fucking
derpy as
nipples.
shit, first of all.
Yeah, they're kind of crossed or out, whatever. They're spaced.
I'm a motherfucker
Yeah.
gone.
Another zombie then, and
What the fuck
cliches
is
like
that
green
line of
skin and
speech?
yellow
and
teeth.
cliches.
Then
Zombie then and cliches.
I have no
Okay.
idea. That's when you
Yeah,
know the
you look-
aneurysm
You saw
kicked
one
in.
look of his fucking
He's
like-
creation on
he's
MS
like
Paint of
realize-
this Wario.
It's like, wow, I fucking did it.
I-
After finishing to save the thing, it was like, wow, I did.
And then his eyes spaced out, much like his creation did. He's like, zombie then and cliches.
And then he was like,
That's the
well, space out with the eyes. With the eyes spaced like that, it just reminded me, I did the word.
Oh no. The next part's true.
Then a new onslaught of Kyle,
Oh,
you read
God
this.
damn it. You're dragging me into this.
I want
yeah,
to read the end.
goddamn, you're into this right
Then
now.
a new onslaught of minigames began. They had Zombie Wario standing in a field with 4 disembodied heads, counting his lives. They were honestly kind of fun. There were 2 new forms to it. There was the zombie, which involves holding both the Wiimote and your other arm forward, similar to, well, a zombie. And the stabber, which involves holding the Wiimote up like a psycho killer. Oh, a physical killer
Oh.
holding a knife.
Oh my god.
this-
Oh.
The-
Oh my
Yes. All right, here we go.
There's one word we might want to
The
skip.
mini games were a
No,
lot darker than
no.
any of the others.
Okay,
They
no,
involved
there's
stuff like
not.
murder.
There's
Oh,
not one word we
Jesus.
want to stop.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Well,
There's
I
not just
mean-
one word. There were 2.
Yeah.
All right,
whatever.
they involve.
I mean, we have a disclaimer.
All right, yeah, there's a disclaimer in the beginning. Okay, I'll
Yeah,
remember to edit. In
please
fact, let me
edit
just
in a
mark the video
disclaimer
so I
on
can
this.
fucking tell me.
Go ahead and
Keep that
read the line then.
They
All
involved
right,
stuff
and I'll
like
probably
murder,
forget.
rape, and
Okay,
even one that resembled 9/11.
Man, these graphics on the Wii U are pretty
Jesus
great, don't you
Christ,
think?
dude. Like,
Mhm.
but by the way, audience, we didn't walk into this knowing what the fuck we get into. Literally, there have been like 5 or 6 troll passes at least where we're recording halfway into it and we just stop because there's shit that kicks in
Shit
that
gets
we
too
don't
real.
want to fucking read out. So it's like we apologize. Yeah, exactly. I mean, remember the fucking Mario,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
the Mario one that we
Mm.
read? Jesus. Yeah, that was a fucked up
Oh,
one.
God.
Then after what felt like an eternity, the boss came up. It showed me standing in a field with a bunch of Zambles. The instructions were simple. Run. I wasted no time and began hauling ass. Eventually the game told me to stop. So I did so. Then I could only watch in horror as my me was hyper-realistically
He was
torn
hyper-
apart by the zombie
How
horde.
can you make that
Blood and
like
guts.
it was like a really like wrinkled CGI me just being destroyed by the
Hyper-realistic
zombie?
verb.
How can you make that?
Dude, some
Also,
HD.
on the Wii, you can't render that
By
shit.
this... Hey. Can you be a little nice? Manhunt 2 was on that system and it looked okay.
Well, Metro Prime 3 was. Metro Prime
Blood
3
and
was there.
guts sounded
Never mind.
Yeah, don't remind me of when don't remind me. Blood and guts sounded everywhere.
Yep.
Sounded? His scream even sounded exactly like mine. Oh, like a little bitch. Then the screen faded to black. As some blood red, hyper-realistic text came up reading, "Those weren't very smooth moves, were they, Joseph?"
Whoa, let me
What?
follow
How
this.
did no one-
I want to see this. I want to see this last line though. What? How did he know my name? Then Wario jumped at the screen with a hyper-realistic sounding wah before the game shut off.
Hyper-realistic sounding.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe-
you gotta
maybe
be a
if you
little
don't-
smarter.
if you don't have a
wow,
surround
yeah,
sound.
that's-
I was so panicked. I took the
Yeah.
cane.
The
Took
cane.
the cane out. I took the cane out.
Spaced out.
Now I know. I took the cane out and smashed it into a million pieces. Then, in my state of absolute horror, went out and blew up Cuba.
What?
Okay, this went 0 to 100 in a second.
This escalated really
That's what
quickly.
you see.
I have been sentenced to 50 years in prison, and this is simply my note to you all,
God.
so you don't end up in the same state as me. Never trust old man behind all alleyways who look like Wario.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good advice to live by.
Yeah.
Well, now hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, this was one that was thought to be
I mean,
good
I'm
at the
assuming
time.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah,
hey,
yeah.
He
Just
made
want you to
a
put that-
disclaimer saying that he read stuff like Sonic.exe, Squidward Suicide, etc., and then suddenly blow up Cuba.
I'm assuming that
Why?
he wrote that after, like when he was going to post this, he decided, oh, let's put some retarded shit here.
Yeah.
I hope so. I
Yeah,
really
basically,
hope
I think
so.
that's what I added here. I really fucking hope so. I gotta say, the best part about that was like literally how fucking 0 to 100 this motherfucker went with the mini games. Like I'm just here sitting like reading the mini games, and like I think the audience knows when we look like 3 lines down, there's like a little pre-giggle that comes up amongst one of us, and then it bursts out. It's like a fucking light, and then like. Holy shit, it loaded like 0 to 100 for no reason. Like, it wasn't the Cuba that got me. It was the fact that out of nowhere you fucking went to those mini games. Like, how would the Wii even render that shit?
Oh my
Come on.
god.
That's why you're questioning?
Like, legit, this motherfucker.
Well, what else
blew
am I
up
supposed to
Cuba.
question?
How the
Fucking
fuck?
Shrek
I
Wario?
still love the logic behind Blow Up Cuba. It's like, then in my state of absolute horror, went out and blew up Cuba.
I was so fucking afraid, man. I need to destroy a country.
I was so broken that I had to destroy Cuba. We apologize for any Cubans that
We
might have been
also
offended.
apologize for any 9/11 victims that might have been offended.
We also apologize for everything.
Rape
apologize
victims,
for
murder
everything. What are we
victims, things
doing?
like that.
Who's apologist for this?
Yeah, we apologize to prisoners for being sentenced with this guy. We're really sorry. So the story, I gotta say, was pretty fucking dumb, but it was also actually pretty hilarious. reading through it. I gotta say one thing, and this always shocks me, is when there's actual effort put into the media for these things. You know what I mean? Like sure, the screenshot's really fucking stupid, right? Like you can look at that and make it in MS Paint, but I think
Yeah,
it's the
man.
thought that counts.
My favorite
right?
is the freaking
Like
old man with the Wario
I want you
head.
to sit. Yeah, like even though it's something so simple, you just Photoshop that onto like stockimages.com. It was so well handled that I just love it. Like if you saw that thing out in the streets, man, hey,
might be a
maybe
little
this is leaked footage from the new
The
Mario
trailer.
game that's
Might
coming
be a
out for
little
the Switch,
scooped.
guys.
Yep.
Dude. I gotta say, I'll give this one John Joe out of Wario.
John Joe.
I'll give it a,
Please, John Joe.
John Joe.
Why
I'll give it a
John?
John
Wario.
Joe.
Give it a Wario out of a wah.
Jesus Christ.
I
Alright, well, if you like what you
Smooth
saw,
as 10.
please like, comment, and subscribe.
Of course.
Dislike it if you dislike it. These are me and my friends.
Yeah,
and,
fuck.
Smooth
We're out.
moves.
You know I'm gonna have to end on smooth moves. You fucker.